Oh, am I live? Okay. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Uh, yeah, I did want to say something very quickly here, just to say what I just said, which what did I say? Happy New Year. Well, it's a new year, 2023. I don't know about you. I hope your New Year is off to an awesome start. Mine is. It ended on a great note, and it's beginning on a great note. I had a nice Christmas. And I'm wearing this hat just because I feel like it. I think it adds character. What do you think? You think I need character added, or do you think I'm a character enough as it is? In any case, as you guys know, my daughter Kathy sent me for Christmas a Shure. Let me move this microphone over. I'm not moving the camera over. I'll leave the mic. Well, the mic I can move back and forth too, but a Shure SM58 microphone. Okay. Um, which, she asked me, says, Dad, what do you want for Christmas? And I sent her a list of stuff that was impossibly expensive. And somewhere on that list was a Shure SM58 microphone. This is the microphone that Robert Plant, Roger Daltrey, and a lot of other, big rock stars, Paul McCartney, etc., 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 have been using for decades. An incredibly durable microphone with a great sound. I'm not using it right now. I'm using the cell phone, and so even though you see me here in front of the mic, nothing's happening. But I got an adapter. I don't have a PA system now, but the microphone is designed to be plugged into a PA system. It has this three-prong outlet here, okay? And so I bought an adapter yesterday at a guitar store near here. And now I can plug it into my guitar amplifier, which just happens to be conveniently right over here next to me. Now, the thing is, if I start talking into this, it's going to wake up everybody in the neighborhood. Jerry Parks, how's it going, old pal? Been a long time, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful New Year, you and your family. Let me see here. If I turn this sucker on, guess what? Nothing happens. Okay, so it's not plugged. The amp's not plugged in right. Let me fix that. I'll try to fix it. Okay, I heard a noise. Is it working? Uh-oh, it's working. Can you hear that? Okay, that's the, this is my microphone. Yay. I have to figure out a way to adjust. Oh, let me see. It's like this. Like that, okay? Okay, so I'm ready for my first big concert of the new year. I'll turn that off for a minute. Because one thing leads to another. And so Kathy sent me the microphone. I had things. I also had a wah pedal on the list. I've been thinking about going back into recording songs. I recorded like maybe 12 albums of music, and I put them out on CDs, but only with a limited pressing of these CDs. It was only like a couple of hundred or 100 copies of each one made, and I sent them all to friends for free way back in like the 1990s, the late 1990s and the early 2000s, when I had a garage band. Of course, at that time I sort of I've been in small press for so many years. Let's get this out of the way because it's not, I'm not using it, but it looked cool, right? So I stopped doing comics for a while for a couple of reasons, but it had a lot to do with my music. For a little while, I decided to focus on my music, and I wrote a couple of hundred songs, recorded a bunch of them, and like I say, I still have the original cassette tapes. They were recorded on the original CDs, and I had the music saved to my computer. I wouldn't mind putting some of it back out there again. I was listening to some of it last night, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I wasn't too bad. I used to play electric guitar, hard rock guitar with a lot of distortion and just rock and roll, Now, the thing was, I was living in a house with not many people around, so I could crank it up at that time. And I had a garage band. I had friends that would come over, whom I met. I went to audio recording audio engineering school, ARTI, A-R-T-I. That's Audio Recording Technology Institute here in Orlando. And I became a certified audio engineer to do studio recordings with bands and stuff. And but I couldn't really. I found out I couldn't make a steady employment. I couldn't. Everything was freelance. Like I could work at Disney World, for a day or two a week, or I could, help a band at a nightclub, one night a week, or I'd go somewhere else. But whatever, it was all freelance, and I couldn't find steady employment, and I needed a steady income. So eventually, basically, I just used that knowledge to make my home recordings, and but I couldn't make a living at it, so I ended up going back to a real job. So I could have a dependable, steady income. Eventually ended up working in a pharmacy, which is crazy because I was a big party guy when I was in my early 70s, and here I'm working in a pharmacy, being all pharmacy technician, all professional and everything, and selling people drugs legally, of course. I was doing the right thing. And, I've come a long ways since I was a teenager or early 20s, but that's another story. Jerry Parks might remember a little bit about that story. Sorry about those days, pal, but that was a long, long time ago. Yeah, I used to be a super party animal. It was crazy. Anyway, you get a little older. When I got my 30s, and, my wife at the time, Cindy, we had children, and, we had a responsibility to these children to quit the daggone partying and become role models. So here I am. This is the role model that I am for my kids. Hi, Judy. Hi, Kathy. They're out there in Seattle, both of them. God bless them. And my ex-wife, she's out there too. And God bless her. And Irene is watching. Hi, Irene. And she's in California. And God bless her too. And Angie as well. So, and all my friends. But anyway, where'd this come from? Well, this was, the microphone led to this. I got the microphone, and immediately I thought, oh my gosh, I need to start making music again. I need to start singing and writing songs again and playing guitar again. And I have an electric guitar. You guys have seen me play my electric for a long time. It's old, and I'm way out of practice. But a long time ago, I had a bass guitar, I had an acoustic guitar, I had a lot of stuff. I had a 4-track recording studio. I sold all this stuff during moves. And, eventually I stopped making music, got back into the comics, which is a darn good thing. And now I want everything. I want all of it. I want it all. And I want it now. Anyway, I needed a new acoustic guitar. Now, I went to the place where I bought my guitars previously. It was George's Music on International Drive here. And I rode over there, and I was all excited, and I got there, and there was no cars in the parking lot, and there was a for lease sign out front. George's has gone out of business. So then I'm like, what do I do now? I have a list of things I want to buy. So I went back home, but I didn't go back home. I started to go back home, and then I thought, okay, I'm going to Google this and see where's the next nearest guitar store. And I found Guitar Center on Orange Blossom Trail here in Orlando. So I went there, and, that sounds out of tune. I went there looking for an acoustic guitar. I also needed a microphone stand, which is what I got here. I bought this microphone stand, and a couple of other things. So I was there, and I was looking at guitars. I used to have a Fender acoustic guitar many years ago. Now, Fender isn't really known for their acoustic guitars. They're known for their electric guitars. All the surf bands and everything use Fenders. And but nevertheless, I remembered finally the Fender acoustic that I had before. And I was looking through all these guitars. One of my roommates recommended a Yamaha. I have a roommate here, Jeffrey, and Jeffrey plays guitar too. And he was saying Yamaha. So I was looking at Yamahas, but I had to, I spent a lot. This was a big Christmas. and I need to keep the cost down. So I thought, okay, I just need something to get back into playing again. I don't need to be, a guitar guy with a $5,000, $6,000 expensive guitar. I just need a guitar to start with, but I don't want a beginner's guitar. I want a guitar that's, pretty good. And anyway, I said, I'm capping it at $500. I'll pay $500 or less for a new acoustic. And I saw this Fender. I said, that's a Fender. Reminds me of my old guitar. I picked it up, I sat down, I played a few chords on it, strummed a few chords. Just melancholy stuff, Stuff sound out of tune. And it could just be me. And I got this guitar. I went to the counter with it. I said, I want this. The guy says, you need anything else? I said, yeah, I need a gig bag. I got a really nice gig bag. The gig bag by itself costs $90. I mean, a hard shell case would have been like $200. But this thing is sturdy. It survives extremes of weather and everything. It's got all these pockets and stuff, and it's thick. And it will protect the guitar. So, yeah. So I bought that also. I mean, I spent too much. I mean, I just finished paying off Christmas, right? I spent so much money for Christmas. And then, temptation hit. I blame my daughter. No, Kathy, but I don't blame my daughter. I blame myself because I don't blame anybody. I'm glad this happened. But you know what? I didn't realize it until last night. And we had a Christmas dinner here with all the guys in the house. The lady of the house, the owner's wife, she's off in another country visiting right now. But we were all here, like 5 guys. And we're sitting there, and I broke out the new guitar, and that sounds out of tune to me. Anyway, we'll fix that later. But it's not about the guitar being in tune. It's about me being insane and doing crazy things. But I love music. I love comics. I love being creative. But I didn't realize when I bought it because I'm an impulsive buyer. This looks good, I'll take it. I didn't realize it. But it wasn't just an acoustic guitar. It's an acoustic electric guitar. Right there. You can plug this into an amplifier. And it's got a built-in tuner right here. Right. A built-in tuner. I just want an acoustic guitar. I picked it up, it sounded good. This is a Fender Malibu. I found out afterwards that this is made in California, and excellent guitar, but it does plug into an amplifier. I just need a cable to try it out, just to demonstrate. Okay. I thought I had a cable out yesterday, but I guess I put it away. Okay. Let me find is there one here? Is there one here? Let me see. Here we go, with quarter-inch jack, So I can plug this into, I have a Fender amp here. I'll show you guys. This is just a practice amp. Let me see. Oh, what happened? Huh? Here I am. Can I turn this around? There we go. I got a Fender practice. It's a practice amp. It's a pretty decent one though. And it's got good reverb and everything, and all these inputs for headphones or a foot switch and whatever. So it's a pretty decent sounding guitar. And here I am, and here I have this quarter-inch input here. So let's plug her in. Well, I already plugged her in, but now we have to plug it back into the guitar. So over here, so let me reverse this. What's the matter with this? I'm not getting the picture I want here. Oh, I guess there it is. That's it. Okay. So, turn on the amp. So, we have amplification. So, I can play the guitar, and I had no idea that I had bought an acoustic electric. It was New Year's Eve. I was actually in a hurry because I thought all the stores would close early, you know. So I said, but I just came, you know, once I got that microphone, it was like, I want a new guitar. And now I want other things. I want to get a new recording studio, 4-track, or whatever they have out there. I want to get a PA system so I can plug the microphone into the PA and not into the amplifier, but it does work. I do have 2 amplifiers, so I can plug the guitar into one and the microphone into another if I want to crank it up. Anyway, it's a new year. And not used to playing acoustic anymore. Oh well. It's going to be a rocking year. That's for darn sure. And so I'll be making some videos soon where I'm playing guitar. Whoa, that was loud. And I'll be writing some new songs and recording new songs. So this is all in the future. Immediately, I've got comics to work on. I got a new issue of Tetragrammaton Fragments, the UFO newsletter that I want to have out by the end of January, because I'm going to California. I'll be gone for a little while in early February to visit Irene. So, Happy New Year, everybody, and keep smiling. Hope your year is off to a wonderful start, as mine is. And just keep being the wonderful, creative, talented, magnificent people you are. Have a wonderful year. Have a wonderful day. And God bless all of you. Adios.